What's up, guys? How are you guys doing? I hope mko poa. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I hope you're having a wonderful new week. Happy Monday. As I'm doing this video, it's Monday here. So happy new week, happy new month. I hope you're doing great. And myself and my kids, we are blessed. We cannot complain. And we thank God. We thank God for this far. So no matter where you are, where we are watching the video, just know that I appreciate you and I thank you for being here today. I want to talk about the things I've been seeing on social media, and I want to talk about relationships and a lot of issues that have been going on. So there are two videos. Actually, I'm gonna do this on two separate videos. So today I want to talk about the short clip that I watched. Very disturbing, very disturbing video of this lady that took poison in front of her husband. And the kids were in the house, the house girl was there. If you did not watch that, I don't know whether it's still circulating, if it's still going around on Facebook, but it's a very disturbing clip. So if you did not watch it, it's this lady, she mixed, I don't know whether they are medicines or poison, she mixed in front of her husband. And I believe she was drunk. From the way she was talking and everything, you could tell she was drunk. She mixed this poison, medicines and stuff. I don't know. The husband said drugs or medicine. She mixed them and she took them. She wanted to die. And when I watched that, it broke my heart. It broke my heart into pieces, guys, into pieces. You know why I'm saying that? Is because I could not imagine, and in my mind I was thinking, I was actually, when I was watching that video, I was very mad with this husband or boyfriend or husband. I think it's the husband. I was really mad at him, because how do you watch somebody taking poison that you know for sure it's gonna finish them, it's gonna kill them? And then I realize, you know, we hear about domestic violence, we hear about abuses, we hear about different kind of abuses, emotional. We hear, you know, people talk about emotional damage, and you don't realize that people can be very emotionally damaged to a point that they can't help it, that they just want to hurt themselves because they have nothing left in them. It's just broken pieces that it's in them, just because of relationships, marriages. You know, as single people, we always pray to God, okay, my God, please bless me with a husband. Oh, bless me with marriage. And some people, they are in marriage, they admire the single people. They are like, oh my God, I wish I can come out of this marriage. I wish I have the energy. I wish I have the strength to come out of this marriage, to start my life. Out there being single, they can't stand it. Unfortunately, that's how unfair life can be. Some people, they want to be in marriage. Others, they want to get out of marriage. Others, they can't because they are stuck because of the children. Others, they are stuck because of the finances. Others, they don't know where to start. They honestly don't know where to start. And others, they are so much and madly in love with this person, they cannot come out and start their lives because they feel like, if I cannot have you as a husband, I would rather die. And because of this mvurugano, because of these issues, and a lot of fights and a lot of hatred builds up. And that's why you see such a man can watch his wife drink poison in front of him and he will not say anything. You know, he's just there, you know, guiding and, okay, take it, fine. You said you want to kill yourself, drink it, take it. Wherever you've been saying, okay, take it, fine. That is your problem. You could see, if you watch that clip, or if you haven't watched it, or if you watch it, you could see that woman was broken. That woman had no hope. That woman was, you know, like, as women, when we love so deeply. We love so deeply to a point we don't know what else. If you are so much in love with that person, some women, they don't know how to move on. They just don't know how to let go. They become so broken, they forget about their children. They forget about the children exist. They forget about anything else that exists. They feel like, I cannot live without this man. Or I cannot share this man. If he's cheating, my God, if he's cheating on me, I would rather die than see my husband cheat on me. It's very sad. And that's why I always say I learned never to judge. Because I always say, you don't know what that person is going through. Some people, it touches their brain. They don't see beyond that abuse. They are so used to being abused. They, whether it's physical, whether emotional, they are so used to being abused. And they feel like it's okay. They feel like if I can wait one more day, it's going to be okay. They live hopeful. They still have some hope. Others will get advice from different people and they'll tell them, you know what, if you go on your knees, every time go on your knees, pray for this. He's an abuser, but whoever is advising them to be always, okay, go on your knees, pray, fight for your marriage, fight for your marriage. There are all these different scenarios, different cases, but what really breaks my heart is the hatred that comes from all these. Obviously, when a man is cheating, it makes the woman mad. And then it makes the man mad. If a man is because a lot of men are narcissists out there. A lot of men, they don't admit when they are wrong. They will start seeing you and making you look like you're crazy. When you start complaining that he's cheating, or when you start having all these complaints, the man will treat you like you're mad, you're crazy. And they'll make, they want to prove a point. They'll even do it to make you feel bad. You will cry that they slept out there. And let me tell you, they will go and sleep out there again to make you feel bad. So out of these fights develops hatred. And that hatred is, by the way, a lot of fights in marriage is not just about cheating. There are so many different things that leads to all these fights. There are so many, even finances, even a man not being there, even a man not being responsible and being supportive. There are so many different, things that, so out of all these fights and arguments and miscommunications and misunderstanding and argument and fight, people develop a lot of hatred. They develop a lot of hatred toward each other and they cannot stand each other. They still live in the one house, they cannot stand each other. And that is the kind of hatred I'm talking about. When you see a man watching his wife take poison and he has nothing to, he's like, fine, take it. And I will record you for what? Because that man has so much hatred, he cannot stand her. Or he feels like, kunywa ndio upate adabu. Like you take it and it will teach you a lesson. It's just pure hatred. Anger. When people are fighting like this, when people have a lot of issues going on in these relationships, that is why people say they are not healthy. Staying in a relationship that is, you're being abused, you cannot see it, the other person is taking advantage of it. They are not healthy at all. So the thing is, when this man is he's watching this wife taking poison. First of all, he has anger, hatred, no humanity, nothing. I don't know what, very cold. Those people who have, their hearts are just as so dark and cold, evil. You are watching somebody take poison, but you cannot stop them. Whether she attempted 10 times, whether she attempted 100 times, for sure it's going to hurt them. And there's nothing you can do about it other than record and post it, other than record and wait for them to learn a lesson. You don't realize that people can be vulnerable. You don't realize that people can, that, like, for example, this man, he did not realize that the kind of, if he was so strong to go through all the fights, maybe they had whatever thing was going on in their marriage, he didn't realize that the wife, was not able to handle it. People don't realize that people handle different issues differently. For me as Betty, there are some things I've gone through in life. The way I handled them or the way I handle my life is not the same way. If I give you my life, you will not handle it the same. Maybe if you give me your life, I will not handle it the same. People don't realize, but because of the hatred I was talking about let me tell you, a lot of people, they are in marriages or relationships, not just dating, marriages now in this case, because people live together. Whether you are partners or whether you live together as partners, whether you are married officially, people who live together, there are some who cannot stand each other. There are some, even if they see a snake there, they will let it bite you. Why? Because they don't care about you. They don't care. It has come to that point that this person has a lot of hatred towards you, that they don't care. If you take poison in front of me, who cares? You take it. But one thing people forget is you will never forgive yourself for that. If you sit down recording your wife taking poison or taking camber, taking a rope and hanging themselves, watching them, one thing is, even if you don't get in trouble with the law or with the human beings down here, the death of that person will always haunt you. The spirit of that person will always haunt you. That thing will never come out of your head. This man will never ever know the meaning of peace of mind. No matter what, no matter where he goes, no matter what he does with his life, he will never know the meaning of living a peaceful life. Because him sitting there watching his wife take poison, he will never sleep at night. He will never have a good night's sleep. He will always be haunted. Whether in jail, whether in his house, he will never. Can you imagine, on that video, we could see this man telling the nanny, give her milk. So he knew it will kill her. But he kept saying, give her milk, give her milk. Because why? Why did he ask for milk? Because he knew it's going to damage her organs. He knew it's going to kill her. But then he's saying, okay, mpatie maziwa, give her. Reluctantly. And the house girl, you could see the fear in her. The fear in that girl. She was like, she doesn't know what to, you could tell. She was like so scared. Can you imagine that girl she will always be traumatized. Always be traumatized. Can you imagine the children? I felt so bad. I felt so bad for the children. I did not even know, I couldn't even hold my tears for the children's sake. And I actually felt so bad even for the nanny. You get a job in a crazy household. Crazy household. Just because there are two adults who can stand each other. I felt bad for this wife too. I could see some people blaming her on social media and saying, why should she? When somebody is really damaged mentally, they don't see straight. They can't see straight. The way you are seeing things, the way you are reasoning is not the same way they would reason. I feel bad for her. I feel bad that she did not get help. I feel bad that she was broken to that point. I feel bad that this man had put her through so much that she could not see anything else other than taking her life away. I feel bad that a woman can take in so much pain and so much because she's being judged by the society. Women, when women are in marriages, they are always blamed, even by the society, by themselves, by their friends, even themselves. They will see themselves as the bad one because this abuser will manipulate them. They will make them look like you're crazy. So I feel bad for the woman. She never got the help. How I wish this man, instead of recording, would stand up and even try to take away that poison and tell her, stop being silly. No matter how much you hate someone, was it easy for him to record, or was it him to grab her and say, can you stop being stupid, and take her to a rehab and take her to some mental evaluation? That it will never give him peace. He will never forgive himself. You cannot sit down and watch somebody take poison and it will kill them. You are watching. You will never forgive yourself. You know why I'm saying that is because that it will always haunt you. It will always haunt you that you let that person kill themselves in front of you. You could have, that voice of, why didn't I do something about it? Let me tell you, some people they get into car accidents. Like, for example, you see somebody hit a human being, like on the road. It wasn't their fault, them the driver. It wasn't their fault at all. Somebody's just crossing the road, you hit them. Those drivers, that kind of thing always haunt them. They always feel like, I wish, what were they doing? They blame themselves so bad. They were like, oh my God, what was he doing? They are not even worried about the car. They worry about, why was he crossing? Why were you here? They can't even imagine they have hit them. So can you imagine, guys, somebody who is just there watching the wife? You did not keep her in your house because you hated her. You kept that person in your house because you loved her. Now this person is gone, quiet, never to be seen again. Tell me how you're gonna forgive yourself. So let me tell you guys, I am not a marriage counselor, but you don't have to have the title I'm married and live in such kind of environment. You don't have to put your children under that kind of environment. You don't have to stay. If it's not working, it's not working. Stop forcing it. Don't take your life because of anybody. If your husband is being abusive, and I'm not telling people to leave their homes, but if there is abuse, leave. Don't get to that point of you're so desperate, the only thing you can do is to take poison and go. Don't get to that point. Don't ever feel so desperate to live with this person. You notice there is abuse, just leave. Just leave. And why do these abuses come? Because the man, he's trying to defend himself. So he's treating you bad, making you feel frustrated, making you hate yourself. And protecting himself and making you look like an idiot. And you, the woman, you are praying, and then later on it's eating you up because the man is not changing. And then what do? You end up hurting yourself. You have no hope. You lose hope. You give up. And you give up on waiting on God. You feel like God is not answering your prayers, but God has revealed who this person is. Sometimes we need to understand, even me as a person, sometimes I always feel like, like I can pray for something and then I'm like, when God is not answering my prayers, then I start changing my thinking. Because as we want to see results in the only way we want to see the results is the only way we want to see it. When you are praying for something, When you're praying, my God, help me. I want my husband to stop drinking. Help this husband to stop drinking. Help this husband. And then the husband keep drinking. But then you're not thinking, God, please help me. When I talk to this man, he will accept or he will agree to going to seek help. You know, we need to even twist and not twist. We need to know that God, when he's answering our prayers, he will answer them in different ways. God will answer your prayers by revealing that the man is doing other things out of the marriage, that the man is now into witchcraft. God will reveal it. God will reveal that the man is now having some other deals out there that are not good. You know, even business, even you come to realize, God, I am married to a thief. I am married to a criminal. God will reveal it. But you keep praying, oh God, help him to stop. When he stops, I will praise your name. God has already answered your prayers. He has revealed it to you. It's up to you to do what? Now, do something about it. The solution is not taking poison and taking it in and killing yourself and leaving your children suffering. That's not the solution. The solution is God has revealed what this person is doing. My God, I cannot take it. I cannot take this, oh Lord. Help me. Help me to get out of this situation. Help my mind to think straight. Help my brain to think straight. Help me to be a strong person through this. Help me and bring me out of this, God, with my mind and my brain still strong. Help me because of my children, oh God. I tried, it did not work out, oh Lord. I need you to give me a way out of this situation. And that time, start working on your way out. Don't take poison thinking, or take rope and hang yourself thinking that I will kill myself and leave you with those women. Let me tell you, never think that you will hurt yourself leaving your children to suffer because of that man and those women. A cheater will always be a cheater, no matter what. No matter what you paint him, or even the prayers you pray. Yes, some people change. But a lot of cheaters will always be cheaters. They will always find a way to cheat. So if you realize this person is a chronic cheater and he will never stop no matter the kind of prayers I pray, it's now about time for you to start twisting and changing your prayers and now focus on what God is showing you, what God is revealing to you, the wisdom that God has given you. Let us not be like blinded. Let us not sacrifice our lives and leave our children suffering just because you are fighting for this marriage to work. It does not mean that if you give up, that's the end of you. You'd rather be on the street suffering than being 6 feet under and leaving your children to suffer. Material things. Stop fighting for material. Stop hanging in there for material things. Just because you think your husband is successful, you are hanging in there because you are looking at all the success he has. And a lot of women, they hang in there because they feel like, hey, he has looked for all these things tukiwa na yeye, alijenga manyumba tukiwa na yeye, and then I leave another woman enjoying. You will die and leave those things zikikuliwa, being eaten by those other women. You know, I hope you understand my point. You know, stop hanging in there so tight, clinging in so tight because of material things. God answers prayers. We doubt him for no good reason. Because the only reason we doubt God is because he's not bringing. You're praying, oh my God, I pray, God, that you may take me to, you may take me to America. But God wants you to God want to bless you where you are. Then you start doubting God. You say, God did not open for me. How away from me? How come I did not win that green card? You're forgetting that God can have another plan. God has different plans for us. So guys, in short, and I don't want to make this video long, and I hope you honestly understand me. My whole point was, if you see a relationship is not working, it's not up to you to start pointing fingers. It's not up to you to start pointing fingers on this man, on this, and then you feel like you get to that point, you are so vulnerable, you are so weak, your mental health is damaged, you cannot take it anymore. You would rather drink so bad. You would rather hurt yourself, you would rather hurt your children because you cannot take it anymore. If you feel that way, pray for your mental health, pray for your mind, pray for your soul, pray, and then talk to the right people. Walk away when you still can. You don't have to. Some people think it's wrong to be single. It's not bad to be single. Women, we need to get out of this mentality of being single is a crime. If a relationship, like now, even if I tell you I'm in a million relationship, I'll never be ashamed of myself. Why? If it's not working, it's not working. Anyway, my phone is ringing. Let me answer it. God bless you. I love you. I'll see you on the next video and we'll continue talking about this. Okay? God bless you. Take care.